All right, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Admin Airsoft, and today I wanted to talk about the SIG SAUER MCX Airsoft replica. I've been running this guy for, give or take a year now. I'm more so a AK guy. I tend to lean towards that platform a little bit more. I blame Escape from Tarkov. But I wanted to get a M4 platform, and this really caught my eye because I thought that it stood out a lot. It didn't look like your typical M4 that you see a lot of guys run, and so I decided to pick this up. Like I said, I've been running this for about a year now. There's been quite a few upgrades that I've done to it, obviously externally as well as internally, and I feel that I've gotten it to a place that I'm very happy with. What I'm going to be doing in this review is not so much kind of going into depth about like every single little part and detail internally and externally, more so just my experience with the gun. This gun comes with a $500 price tag, which is very steep compared to other M4 platforms, and so I kind of wanted just to give my thoughts on it. One thing to keep in mind, I'm no tech, I'm no expert when it comes to kind of the internals of airsoft guns. This is just gonna be me kind of giving my 2 cents on this gun and this platform, what I've liked, what I haven't liked over the past year, what changes have I made to this gun, stuff like that. So take this all for a grain of salt. There are smarter people out there, other reviews that you can watch to kind of get that information. But I just wanted to give my, kind of, how I feel about this gun and kind of what can be improved, what I like, and frankly, what I don't like. So let's get into it. Starting with the externals, this gun is awesome. You got tons of room on top for a Picatinny rail to add a ton of accessories. You've got M-LOK on the sides and bottom to add, M-LOK rails, flashlights, PEC, foregrips, stuff like that. One thing I do want to point out is with the MCX, there's also a Picatinny kind of on the bottom here. I removed the original stock and added a Midwest Industries, so you can see that, a Midwest Industries stock. I originally had this for a AK build, but ended up swapping it over to the MCX. The attention to detail on this is pretty much one-to-one to the real thing, I would say. This is made by SIG, so they've spared no expenses in going over the trademarks, and all that stuff. If you're looking for like a really good looking one-to-one replica, I would say look no further. This is it 100%. There's also a ton of aftermarket parts that you can buy for this too. There's silencers, there's shorter or longer handguards you can buy. And like I said, you can also add a lot of different style of butt stocks to this, collapsible, foldable, all that fun stuff. So there's tons and tons of rooms for customizations on this bad boy. Like I said, it is a more unique M4 platform. It's got that futuristic look to it. So if you're looking for something to kind of stand out from the rest of the crowd, again, look no further. This is it. This thing looks badass, it looks mean. And it's always great to see someone else on the field who has this gun, because you instantly become just like best friends.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
The one thing I would like to improve, or the one complaint I do have in terms of the external build, is the battery space on the handguard. It's pretty tight. You don't have a room for a whole lot there. I run either a 7.4 or a 11.1 LiPo butterfly battery in the handguard, and I am just able to squeeze it in there. I would not recommend going anything larger than that. So it's definitely, you're kind of limited when it comes to battery space, which is a bummer. I don't believe that this can be rear wired as well, due to the fact that it's, a Picatinny stock. So there's, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's no way of doing that. The other thing I was kind of let down about is this selector switch right here. It is ambidextrous, so that's a huge plus. The only thing is, for me personally, I don't know if it was just my gun that came like this, or if everyone's having this issue, but the left side here, let me get some ASMR here. You hear that? Huh? Very loose. It came like that. I've tried. The right side is fine. No wiggle. But the left side, for some reason, is a little loose. Not the end of the world. It's just something to note. Honestly, besides that, like I said, externally, this thing is it's built tough. I've used this for well over a year now. You can tell that this thing is well used. It's been dropped, it's been thrown around, and I've had zero issues with anything externally breaking. So that's a huge plus. Okay, so internals on this gun. I've said it a million times, I'm no tech. I know the bare minimum when it comes to kind of internals. This gun, I don't want to, it falls short a little bit for me when it comes to the internals. I ended up upgrading the motor and the hop up and the inner barrel. I know the hop up is a max hop up. The barrel is I want to say Prometheus tight bore barrel. I forget the name of the motor. I want to say it's like ASG, high torque, something along those lines. I did these upgrades due to the fact that when I first got this gun, when I first took it out to the field, the motor was extremely hot to the point where it's like even through a glove, it was hot to the touch and you really couldn't even hold the gun. That was after one game. I was running a 11.1 LiPo battery. That might be too much, but at the same time, it's advertised as being able to take a 11.1. I don't know. Again, it might just be my gun. I might have been doing something wrong. But still something to just watch out for if you decide to pick this gun up. Like I said, I dropped in a tight bore barrel and max hop up, and this thing is it's shooting like a dime. Stock out of the box, it was still shooting just fine. I did just want to put a little bit more FPS and accuracy on it. And so that was kind of the direction that I went. My number one complaint with this gun, and having talked to other people online and just people on the field who I've seen run this gun, our number one complaint I would say is the mags. This thing is, I don't know what it is. This thing is unbelievably picky when it comes to magazines. What I mean by that is the magazines, it's like, it's loose. The mag wells, it's almost too big. As you can see here, there's a little bit of wiggle. I ended up having to put in a piece of Velcro actually into the mag well itself. I'll try to get a video here, just to fill up a little bit of space so there wasn't as much wiggle. I don't know why that is. I've used, I run, what are these? These are, hold on. There we go. L5 AWM Lancer mags. These are pretty expensive, good quality mags. And for whatever reason, this gun still has issues taking them. You really have to, I'll put like a little video in here, but you really have to like put it in and then give it a hard tap for it to sit properly. I don't know if it's the max hop up unit. I had this issue before and after I installed the new hop-up unit. There's been reports online of like there's a wire that kind of feeds into the mag well a little bit that you can push up, and that might fix the issue. I did that on my gun and I still was having issues. But definitely something to think about before you buy this gun is like you're gonna need some quality mags. But honestly, besides that, the gearbox, all that stuff has been working perfectly for the past year. I've had no issues whatsoever with anything inside the gearbox. This gun is built, I would say externally, a fantastic job internally. It's good. I feel like you're paying more for the external and that kind of unique M4 look. If you want to pick this up and have something to tinker with and upgrade, I would say this is absolutely the gun for you. Once you kind of fine tune this thing, it runs perfectly. Yeah, overall, very happy with this gun. It's definitely a fun project. It's definitely one of those guns that you can pick up and do a lot of upgrades to customize to your heart's content. It's definitely one of the more expensive M4 platforms out there, but would I recommend it? Absolutely, I would. That being said, my name's AirSoft. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah, let me know down below if you've run this gun in the past or if you run it now. Maybe you feel the same way about what I've said. Maybe you disagree. That's totally fine. Anyways, yeah, take it easy, have fun, and see y'all next time.